Hey everyone, Drew from Monkey's Tropicals Adventures here to do another fragrance review on
what smells good to me.
So no, you're not imagining that my eye is like half closed. Battling an eye infection, so I debated wearing a pirate patch, and I decided not to. And I have a beard because I haven't shaved. So, anyways, on with the review. Full disclosure, the fragrances I'm going to talk about were sent to me. However, I am going to give you my honest opinion. So that being said, let's do this. So I want to thank the fine folks at Alexandria Fragrances for this ongoing collaboration. Thank you, Hanny. As you can see, if you've watched my videos or if you follow me on Instagram, I'm a big fan of Alexandria Fragrances. I think that they do an amazing job at making some really, really beautiful inspired fragrances at a really affordable prices, and they make some great original creations as well. They're always coming out with something new. In fact, just within the last week, I think they've got a couple new fragrances that are dropping. So what I always say is make sure you sign up for those email notifications for new fragrance drops, sales, follow them on Instagram. While you're at it, why don't you go and hit that like and subscribe button, show some love and support for this channel. Basically show some of these companies that decide to work with me that yes, I do have people watching and therefore I can review some more stuff and bring you some great content, if that's what you want to call it, or whatever you want to call my content. All right, on with the show. All right, so the first fragrance we are going to talk about is none other than Dark Pleasures. So Dark Pleasures is inspired by Tom Ford's Cafe Rose. Now I do not own a bottle of it, but I have smelled the fragrance numerous times in the store at Nordstrom, and I really like it. I'm really on this kind of like coffee note kick with fragrances lately. Normally, yes, boozy fragrances, tobacco, ouds, those are definitely my jam, but who doesn't love the nice rich smell and aroma of coffee? So I had to try this. So what do I get when I spray this? Let's just spray it right now. And I've worn this multiple times. Okay. So it's got notes of like patchouli, Bulgarian rose, coffee, black pepper, some sandalwood. You get a little bit of citrus in there. So what I get mostly out of this fragrance is I get some nice, really like warm leather notes, which aren't listed, but that's what I get. I get light coffee notes. It's not a very strong coffee fragrance, but it's definitely in there. You get some of that nice, rich, dark, aroma of coffee. And I get some pepper and some incense, and then obviously the rose is very prominent. Now rose is one of those fragrance notes that either you love it or you hate it. And if done wrong, I don't like it either. But I do love rose. I had a rose garden with like over 18 different types of roses. I do have a green thumb. My whole channel on Instagram was originally all plants, Monkey's Tropicals, because I had a side business. And I kept these things growing year round, all different types of roses, and if you feed them right, they will grow year round, and that's what they did. And so I enjoy a nice rose scent, and that's what I get. I think the nice warm leather with some of those like undertones of coffee with the rose, you get a little bit of spicy pepper, a little bit of that sandalwood, and I get a little bit of citrus in there, just a little bit. And it is a really nice office-safe fragrance, a great fall fragrance. Sweater weather. This is easy. This is just a perfect transition from the office to a cocktail hour to a cocktail party. Perfect for a dinner date. It's just a really nice fragrance, and I could see this easily as a unisex fragrance. It doesn't lean too hard either way, which is nice. It's just a really nice overall fragrance. Nice projection. Nice longevity. If I'm in the office, I go to someone who will give me a straight up whether they like a fragrance or not, and I got the thumbs up from this person. So I got a couple compliments when I was wearing it in the office. So it's office safe, and but I think really nice for this time of year as we're heading into the cooler weather. So again, Alexandria runs their prices. This is a 30 ml. It goes for $42.99. You can get the 55 ml, which goes for $62.99. If you were to buy Tom Ford's Cafe Rose, you're looking at $250 roughly for a 50 ml. So, and what I say is Alexandria does a great job. They either nail it, in my opinion, or they come pretty damn close. They capture the DNA and they maybe hit that 90% mark of really, coming really close to the fragrance. And so, and again, fragrance is subjective. The way it will react on your skin, how you could get the real thing and it's not going to smell as good as this, it just depends. But I really enjoyed this fragrance. I had a feeling I was, and it did not disappoint. So this is Dark Pleasure, inspired by Tom Ford's Cafe Rose. Okay, up next, we've got a Roja exclusive Oud, and this one is called Executive Oud. And this one kind of surprised me. I like oud fragrances, but oud, comes across as either really dark and dank or it's soft. This one comes off at first as dark and dank. But then it's a little almost animalic, very earthy, very spicy. And then, when I wore this, I was like, well, I'm wearing this for me for sure. But it tames itself within a matter of about an hour or so. And by the time I was in the office, because I was a little hesitant how much I wore when I wore this in the office, but this smooths out to something really, really gorgeous. But again, starts off really dark, dank, earthy, and spicy, and turns into this like really smooth oud. Some of the notes are bergamot, oregano, jasmine, oud, and birch. You cannot say this is not an oud fragrance. That is definitely what you pick up in the very beginning, but again, it tricks you. So, if you're on the fence, if you're an oud lover, you're gonna love this fragrance. If you're looking for something a little bit challenging at first, but it turns into something gorgeous, projection. This projection, I hate the word, but it's a projection beast. Do not wear this in the summer, in my personal opinion. Fall and winter, perfect. I really see this popping in cooler weather. And again, though, I would still go a little easy. I would wear maybe like one spray, a spray and a half, maybe reapply, but it lasted, I worked 10-hour shifts and it lasted through my full 10-hour shift, no problem. In fact, it was still on my clothes on an undershirt that I was wearing. So it's got some great longevity. Let's look at price. Now I already, ran down the price on the other fragrance, which is always what it is: $42.99 for 30 ml or $62.99 for 55 ml. If you were to pick up Roja's for 50 ml, you're looking at $3.95 for their exclusive oud. So huge, considerable difference. I have not put my nose on a Roja fragrance. I just haven't. It's not, I'll go this route instead. So you're getting a really nice projection of a fragrance, a nice longevity on a fragrance, and a perfect fall weather fragrance. If I was to go between the two, usually when I, decide between the two, if I'm reviewing two fragrances, I always have one. I'm on the fence. These are so different that I would have to pick them up, both of them. They're just very different. You got this warm leather, coffee, pepper incense type fragrance with the dark pleasure, and then you just got this dark, dank oud that smooths out into something just super gorgeous and sexy. I mean, it's definitely a masculine fragrance. This one, I can't see it as feminine, but hey, I'm all for everyone rocking whatever they want. But yeah, I would have to say I would have to grab both of these. So if you're looking for two new fall fragrances, I would say these are definitely two you might want to look at. So Alexandria fragrances, you can get the decants that look like this. Pick up 6, try them out, multiple applications, and find out which ones work best for you. Or if you already know what you're going to get, you can pick up their travel atomizers and get some larger sizes. Or if you already know what you want, you've seen my reviews, you think you're ready to pull the trigger, jump on a full bottle. Follow them on Instagram. sign up for their email notifications for new fragrance drops and when they run sales. They're always running sales, and Hanny's always coming out with some new fragrances. He's got his finger on the pulse, and I really think that he looks out for the consumer as far as affordability and making a really nice fragrance. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Leave your comments below, fragrances you'd like to maybe see me review in the future from Alexandria Fragrances. Have you tried these fragrances? Have you tried the real ones? Have you tried Roja's exclusive Oud? Have you tried Tom Ford's Cafe Rose? Let me know what you think, and I'll do my best to reply to those comments as soon as I jump back on the computer. But I really appreciate everyone watching, and I'll see you again for another fragrance review. Take care.